The Titans. Descended from modern-day automatons, the Titan is a versatile walking platform developed by Hammond Robotics, which is utilized in a wide variety of roles. These roles range from those civilian in nature, such as construction or loading and shipping, to military roles, where the Titan is a versatile combat platform able to equip a wide variety of weapons and defenses. But how useful is the platform in reality? How widely are they distributed? And just what kind of impact do the Titans really have on life in the frontier? In today's episode, we will be exploring the history of Titanfall's titular and renowned war machines. Welcome back to the Advocate Network. For an operator to be allowed use of a Titan, they must be given their pilot certification. While certifications of various kinds permit a pilot the ability to perform in the aforementioned roles, the most highly sought is the combat certification. By achieving this level, a prospective pilot shows that they have what it takes to yield the heavy firepower offered by the Titan platform. Titans can typically be divided into three distinct classifications: the Strider, the Atlas, and the Ogre. The Strider is an extremely agile light-armored mech, designed to move as quickly and efficiently as possible across the battlefield, while destroying its targets before they are able to break the relatively flimsy chassis. On the other hand, the Ogre serves to fill the tank role, with a highly armored chassis at the cost of its mobility, while the Atlas serves as a prime middle ground option that offers flexibility and diversity in the field. More recently, a new variation has been created. The Vanguard-class Titan is a homebrew creation of the militia, based on no particular design produced by Hammond Robotics. In controlling a Titan, pilots utilize control inputs similar in form to that of an aircraft, with joysticks and buttons combined with a holographic interface that allow the pilot an element of control over their Titan. An additional method of input not currently explicitly seen in any Titan but the Vanguard class is the neural link formed with the pilot. This neural link allows the pilot and Titan to act as one, with the pilot's thoughts effortlessly able to transcribe into the actions of the Titan. However, more detail here is perhaps better left for a dedicated episode on the Vanguard class. Another key aspect of the Titan platform is the Titan OS system. Appearing to utilize a dumb AI system comparable to that of a basic Spectre or Stalker, the Titan OS is the software that pilots the mech in the event that a physical pilot is absent, and the vehicle is left in its Auto-Titan state. The Auto-Titan is however not as effective in combat as a human pilot, and can be left in two configurations. Guard mode makes the Titan stay in any given area, where it will zealously guard its objective from hostile forces until the destruction of either party. Follow mode is the alternative. In this setting, the Titan will attempt to stick close to its pilot and protect them in combat. The Titan OS system is configurable with a number of voices to choose from. Depending on preference, these can allow for language localization for non-English speakers, or to simply change the Titan's perceived tone. For example, Sid is an extremely aggressive voice designed to intimidate, whereas Jeeves provides an air of polite calmness no matter what the situation. The Auto-Titan can be further upgraded with the Guardian and Assault chips, that improve the accuracy of the Titan in question and allow it to be used more effectively as a standalone piece of equipment. A notable exception to this rule is the Vanguard class, where IMC-designed Titans have displayed no signs of being fully self-aware AI in the vein of characters such as Spyglass. The Vanguard class do appear to be capable of forming friendships, complex thinking, and a number of other characteristics not seen in the Atlas, Ogre, or Strider. The IMC's typical deployment of Titans follows the simple idea that they are just military hardware. No more human than the R-101C carbines carried by their troops, or the Spectres sent wave after wave headfirst into enemy fire. A pilot rarely forms a unique bond with their Titan, and may see the usage of dozens of Titans throughout their service. Similarly, the IMC is perfectly happy to deploy wave after wave of Titans to charge the enemy and self-detonate in limited nuclear explosion. The military-industrial might of the corporation allows the effects of this usage of resources to be menial at best on the IMC's war effort, and the constant influx of new pilots from the core systems allows these platforms to be considered wholly expendable. If the defensive harvester structures by the militia as seen in-game is to be taken literally, then IMC and Remnant Fleet Titans are often deployed in autopilot mode, and are nowhere near as effective as a team of pilots numbering as low as 1/10 of their unit count. This speaks to the severe shortage of human pilot forces available to the IMC Remnant Fleet in their post-Demeter state. Up until the Battle of Demeter, the standard deployment method for Titans appears to have been a small amount of base platforms with extreme versatility, allowing pilots to customize Titan loadouts to their liking. With the sudden backfoot that the IMC currently stands on, it would seem that they now opt to produce a handful of specialized mass-produced hardware platforms. These platforms include dedicated loadouts designed to leverage the use of their built-in weapons and equipment to the most effective and efficient degree. Likely to conserve materials, keep costs down, and to make repairs and logistics of deploying Titans easier by keeping components more standardized. Some of these changes can overall decrease a Titan's longevity in the field, sacrificing recharging shields and available dashes, and even the one standard dome shield for inferior or entirely optional alternatives. By standardizing the loadout options available to pilots and making more universally shared components, the logistics of employing Titans en masse suddenly becomes much easier to handle. While the destruction of Demeter may have cut off the Remnant Fleet from the massive military-industrial complex of the core systems, they are still an interstellar manufacturing corporation, and still control around 3/4 of frontier space. By reducing the complexity and variation of the individual components in question, the limited Hammond Robotics facilities capable of producing Titans may use their resources more efficiently in creating more, cheaper Titans. These mass-produced Titans can be deployed in numbers that are insignificant to an organization that is capable of dedicating the resources of an asteroid belt or even an entire solar system to any desired project. Another explanation for the increasing standardization of the Titan is that the designs familiar to current pilots are those being bought and sold on the black market, or by companies such as Hammond Armaments Division, and Vincent Dynamics for contracted mercenary pilots. Outside the limitations of game mechanics, these independent pilots can fully customize their Titans as they desire, with pilots such as Viper modifying their Northstar's VTOL capability to become fully flight capable, and their dumbfire flight core to become guided missiles capable of locking onto a pre-designated locale. It is additionally possible that the so-called Prime Titans are simply upgrades to the military designs available for civilian usage, as these variants are not contracted and can thus be sold at a higher markup on a per-Titan basis, as opposed to the efficiency and contracted structure demanded by the IMC. Similarly, Titans may also receive special upgrades in the forms of kits and the so-called Aegis rank upgrades that massively improve the strength and abilities of the Titan in ways that can unpredictably influence the course of a battle. These abilities can change the duration of a core, upgrade ammunition capacity of weaponry, or even help identify weak points on an enemy target for future reference. Similarly, some earlier Titan designs may employ a Tier 2 upgrade, though the capabilities of these enhancements are thus far unknown. Aside from their role as fire support deployed in a platoon or company level comparable to that of a modern-day infantry fighting vehicle, Titans see use in many roles on the frontier. Titans such as the Tone may be deployed in indirect fire, sniper, and defensive roles, while a Scorch can be effectively used to decimate fortifications thanks to his fire-based attacks. The result is a platform that can simultaneously fill the roles of artillery, reconnaissance, tank, demolitions, force multiplier, and most importantly, a psychological weapon that strikes fear into any ordinary rifleman who is expected to battle a 40-ton walker equipped with high explosive ordnance, and copious amounts of it at that. Titans are usually equipped with several pieces of standard equipment. One vital piece of equipment is a Titan's defensive ability, allowing a Titan to deflect or absorb large amounts of fire before failing. Some of these abilities, such as the Vortex Shield and Particle Wall, can be employed by different chassis, while others are Titan-specific, such as the Sword Block or Gun Shield. both of which relying on the Titan's specific weaponry to work, as opposed to an independently deployable shield. Some Titans, however, forego a defensive option for increased offensive power. The Destroyer-class Titan, a descendant of the venerable Ogre, instead employs a shoulder-mounted charge cannon to keep up his steady offense, while the Monarch class employs an energy siphon, capable of stripping enemy shielding while boosting its own. The Electric Smoke countermeasure is an additional defensive ability that once proved so popular with pilots it has since become a standard part of the Titan's loadout, with various enhancements on the market available to help boost the range and effectiveness of the smoke. Some allow the smoke to recharge shielding of allied forces, while others increase the damage dealt by the smoke for more effective area denial. The Ordnance, however, is a more vital option for any Titan considering to emerge from a fight still standing. These secondary weapon options will help boost the offensive power of the Titan. The majority take the form of missile-based explosives, with ordnance abilities such as the cluster missile, rocket salvo, tracking rockets, multi-target missile system, and Slaved warheads, all focusing on dumbfire and lock-on explosives launched from the shoulder of the Titan in question. However, some abilities serve as tactical options to help the Titan in other ways. The Firewall, for example, will serve to block off a large area to reduce tactical options available to an enemy, while the Arcwave will temporarily stun an enemy Titan caught in its blast. To help avoid serious hull damage from enemy fire, Titans often employ the Titan Body Shield, a system capable of wrapping the Titan in an energy shield system, capable of absorbing enemy fire for a short amount of time. Body shield generators can be fitted to many other kinds of vehicles, such as the Goblin and Crow dropships, but all serve to protect their occupants in some form. The chassis of the Titan can limit the strength of said shield, with the Strider-class Titans possessing the weakest of the mainline chassis types. However, where they may lack in strength, these light Titans can be deployed as scouts, making heavy use of the Dash system, a short burst of speed capable of pushing the Titan in any desired direction. With the addition of Dash Core, Sword Core, Shield Core, and the Upgrade Core, alongside abilities such as Energy Siphon, Titans can effectively maintain their shield and movement systems to stay in the fight for extended periods of time. However, for those Titans that are defeated in combat, pilots may be given a second chance at life through the addition of features such as the auto-eject, or the nuclear ejection, which ensures any nearby enemy will be vaporized with the doomed Titan. Newer Titan designs do not feature the body shield as a standard feature, instead relying on externally charged batteries to provide a weak protective shield that does not automatically recharge. Some batteries may even repair small amounts of damage to the Titan through means currently unknown. The aforementioned core ability is the final piece of equipment, standard for all Titan designs seen thus far, while some, such as the damage, burst, sword, shield, dash, and smart cores, passively upgrade the strength of the Titan's weaponry and abilities in the field by amping and exaggerating their effects. Others may serve as direct attacks capable of dealing heavy damage to the enemy. The laser, flame, salvo, and flight cores, on the other hand, provide a more direct means of firepower in a fight, serving as concentrated attacks in of themselves. The core is central to the chassis design of the Titan in question, and is critical to its operation. Overloading one, with ordnance such as the core overload grenade, can cause the Titan to go nuclear and vaporize the surrounding area. Titans are an extremely common element found on the frontier. The original settlers, veterans of the IMC military campaigns and experienced pilots themselves, have passed down their knowledge of the Titan platform to modern-day freedom fighters. And now many mercenary groups such as the 6-4 and Apex Predators have them as part of their standard kit. With the ability to manufacture Titans on board a spacecraft in the midst of battle, the Titan is the most versatile deployment platform on the frontier, matched in effectiveness only by the pilots who wield them. This about concludes our episode on the Titans. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, please feel free to like and subscribe, as well as leaving any feedback and suggestions you may have, before tuning in next week for our coverage of the pilots.